What up, YouTube Alayaks? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today, we have a 2 vs 2 matchup featuring the SC Evo Complete Mod. If you're not familiar with this mod, it puts Brood War and StarCraft 2 into one game using the StarCraft 2 engine. It's super sick. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, and we'll jump right into it. Team number 1 spawning on the right-hand side of the map. It's our purple Brood War Protoss player, HunterOnToss. Yes, he does look blue, but that is just the skin on this Nexus, with his ally spawning just below him. It's our army green Brood War Zerg player, Cyantusk, going up against team number 2 spawning on the left-hand side of the map. It's our green Brood War Protoss player, Munte, with his ally spawning just above him. It's our blue StarCraft 2 Protoss player, Green Elephant. This is a Russian name, but I translated it. This is Green Elephant. We already have some action on the map. We've got the scouting Brood War probe from HunterOnToss. We also have we have a double gas harassment coming out of Munte. Cyantusk immediately saying lol. Oh wow, so we're not even 2 minutes into the game and we've already got the drama. I love it. Green Elephant is chasing this probe, this Brood War probe, out of his house. Taking a look at what he's doing, is he... Oh, okay, interesting. He's going for the cybernetics core. And what do I see on the minimap as well? Is he going to do... Oh, man. Is he going to do a stargate proxy? Because this would really delay... This would really delay his expansion. Meanwhile, HunterOnToss is going for what appears to be a gateway expand. And taking a look at what the Zerg player's up to, hasn't even finished his spawning pool yet, doesn't have any gas at all, but will be able to get the gas in the natural base location. That's the challenge with kind of going for a gas harassment against the Zerg players. They expand so quickly, it really doesn't matter, but it is pretty funny. I do like the meme, for sure. Green Elephant still chasing this probe, and it does go down to this photon cannon. This is actually a pretty decent wall going up against a Zerg player. I like it a lot. Just now going for the Nexus, though, which I feel like is kind of late, considering that the Nexus for HunterOnToss is already finished. In fact, both players are expanded for team number 1. And what do we have, though? We have a double Stargate proxy. That's hilarious. So despite the fact that HunterOnToss went for a relatively early scout, he totally missed this. He didn't see the cybernetics core, and he also saw what was, you know, in my opinion, this kind of looks like a gateway expand, although based on the timing, you could kind of deduce maybe it's a late gateway expand. We also have a forge coming down for our blue Protoss player, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Are we going to see oracles? I bet we're going to see oracle, like double oracle proxy. No, a void ray. This is a double void ray proxy, or is it going to be a void ray and an oracle? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a void ray for sure. Stumbled over my words just a little bit. This is going to be a hilarious game. And HunterOnToss is none the wiser. What do we have on the field for this player? We don't have any defense to speak of at all. Oh, wow. We should see Dragoons relatively soon. We've got the Void Rays coming out from these Stargates. That's hilarious. This one is being chronoed to catch up with the first one, with its brother. And we also have Zerglings running across the map. Munte saying you have a probe here. Oh, that probe was left over from when it was chasing down that scout. What Green Elephant could do is mineral walk through this zealot, and that would be just fine. We have the base for the green Brood War Protoss player under siege. This is actually a lot of Zerglings. Do we have Zergling speed yet? I don't think we do. And the Void Rays finishing up. Focus firing the Nexus. I think this Nexus will go down. There's no way. The shuttle. Oh, were we going to see... we were going to see, I think, a Reaver drop from this player, HunterOnToss, but he's going to lose his Nexus at just around 5 minutes into the game. Great spot by Cyantusk, though. With a ton of Zerglings here, we'll be able to take out everything. The structures are officially depowered, and this will help HunterOnToss. I'm not going to say this is going to keep him in the game necessarily, because he literally just lost his main base. We've got 2 Dragoons here. They're going to try something, but the Void Rays, 2 Void Rays this early in the game is just going to be rough. What do we have on the production tab? We have 3 Zealots coming out from Munte. What do we have for our blue Protoss player? He's now transitioning to Stalkers. What do we have for HunterOnToss, though? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. We've got the 3 Dragoons now, but 3 Dragoons versus 3 Void Rays. I want to say this is kind of in favor. This is looking like it's going to be in favor for Green Elephant for sure. This is wild. At this point, I would be crying. I wouldn't let my opponents know that, but there would be tears falling down onto my keyboard. I'd be like, I wanted to play a good, clean game of SC Evo Complete, and I'm getting cheesed. But it does make for good content, though. That is for sure. I think one of the Void Rays going down, actually. Munte telling his ally to wall because we have a lot of Zerglings on the way. I totally missed this. The shield battery trying to keep these photon cannons alive, but they do go down. The poor Stalker going down as well. Green Elephant saying, oh my God. Munte is reassuring his ally that he is on the way. We have so much cheese in this game. This is absolutely hilarious. If there was a music shift, my apologies. I saw something weird on my mic mixer and had to pause the game and restart it to make sure I was still recording. The Zealots do finish up, or do arrive, I should say, for Munte, but they ultimately will go down. Where are the Void Rays? We have 1 Void Ray here not being utilized at all, to be fair. This is a lot of Dragoons right now. These Zealots with their Zealot legs, they must have Zealot legs finished. Yup, they do. So basically the speedlings of the Zealots will be able to chase down these Dragoons, and the Zealots are so tanky. Decent stutter stepping, or kiting, I should say, from HunterOnToss, though, will keep a lot of his Dragoons alive. He is throwing down his main base, replacing it after losing it to those Void Rays. This Void Ray with 11 kills, that's actually outrageous. A decent wall here as well. The shield battery is out of energy, but we have the 2 photon cannons. What HunterOnToss could really do right now is just attack this pylon and everything gets depowered. And I think Green Elephant realizing that, throwing down 1 extra pylon. So in this situation, you kind of want to go for the pylons. Once there's 2 pylons, it's not nearly as important. And the surround on these Dragoons, HunterOnToss overextending himself just a little bit, but I do respect it. Taking a look at the units. Oh, wait a minute. On the production tab, actually, we have the Spire on the way for Cyantusk. I like this a lot. The transition into Sky Zerg will be really interesting to see, especially after all the cheese we've already witnessed. Taking a look at the units, though, I am curious about the unit count here. So we got 31 probes for blue, 46 for our green Brood War Protoss player. We have 40 drones for Cyantusk, and we have 40 probes for our purple Brood War player. So not a bad distribution at all things considered, given the fact that HunterOnToss lost his main base so early in this game. Taking a look at the production tab. What are these? Wait, okay, so we have, I think, yep, these are Brood War Mutalisks. For a second, I thought they were Scourge based on that unit portrait, but no, they are Mutas coming out from our green Zerg player. Base number 3, just about halfway done for Munte. The Archons are also on the field now, the Brood War Archons. I love this. Do we have Storm? No, we do not. So for the time being, I expect these Templar are going to be morphing into Archons. Seeing maybe, like, I don't know, Dark Templar on the field would also be kind of interesting. What is this? Okay, interesting. So we've got the Dragoon drop in the main base for blue, and the shuttle literally just shuttling Dragoons. Oh, this is hilarious. Has Green Elephant spotted this? I don't think so. The Mutas have finished. They are kind of stacked, though. With the splash damage from those Archons, they will take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the Dragoons do make themselves known. Going for the pylons. I don't think this will depower both Stargates. It will depower one of the Stargates. but the Void Rays are finished. The Stalkers are also finished. Stalkers versus Dragoons is actually hilarious. These Mutas keeping themselves alive, but the Archon with 0 kills will be able to kind of keep those Mutas at bay, I feel like. Some kind of kiting behavior from the Mutas, though, destroying one of the pylons. There are a decent amount of photon cannons in the second base for Munte as well. Cyantusk doing a great job at keeping his stuff alive. Let's take a look at the resources lost. A relatively even distribution, minus HunterOnToss, who lost a little bit more, which isn't necessarily a surprise given the fact that he did lose quite a bit of Dragoons in a couple engagements in this game, but he's doing a great job at keeping up with the macro, especially given the fact that he's still on 2 bases. To be fair, Green Elephant is also still on 2 bases, and I think Munte, I can't decide what his name should be pronounced as. We'll try and keep it consistent, is attacking base number 3 for Cyantusk. This is a really scary looking army, actually. I mean, Zealot Archon, you can never go wrong. This used to be my build way back in the day. HunterOnToss trying to be a good ally with the 2 Dragoons, but man, you want to make sure that you move with your entire army, and actually baiting a few of those Zealots, or a couple of the Zealots, I should say. Munte on the retreat, satisfied with the fact that he took out base number 3 for the Zerg player. We have a lot of sunken colonies in the natural base location for Cyantusk as well. This is some relatively good defense. These Zerglings running around, and the StarCraft 1 Zerglings, man, they look like little dinosaurs. Super cool. The Mutas have arrived as well. Looks like their eyes are on the Green Elephant side of the map. And Green Elephant moving to defend this. I'd maybe get a couple Phoenixes, not even a couple, just a few. A couple would not really work out with that amount of Mutas. I'd go for like maybe 4 or 5 Phoenixes and just chase down those Mutas, because they can attack and move at the same time. We have action on the map as well, on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Munte is trying to break down the wall in the natural base location. I wouldn't do this. I don't know if I would do this. Not with the Void Ray protecting. Actually, you know what? This is fine. This is absolutely fine. This Void Ray will go down. We have 1 Void Ray on the way as well. I love how aggressive HunterOnToss is, but you want to move your army kind of all at once, especially with your ally. You don't really want to be in a 1 versus 1 situation necessarily, because it could quickly turn into a 2 versus 1 situation. This is a lot. This is a lot of defense as well for Cyantusk. I don't know if it will hold, though, and it looks like the natural base has broken. Meanwhile, the natural base has also broken for Green Elephant. Munte is trying to help defend, but this is too many Dragoons for HunterOnToss. Munte will be on the retreat, but at the same time, the natural base has gone down. Now the main base is looking like it's in potential jeopardy, but with the Ultralisks, this might turn around for Cyantusk. To be fair, Archons do a pretty decent amount of damage to Bio, and they handle Ultras relatively well. I'll say that for sure. Now, the natural base is still technically alive for, for Green Elephant, but I don't know for how much longer. I like the mix of the Void Rays, but at this point, the Void Rays might not be enough. Munte deciding he doesn't want to engage with these Ultras, and these Ultras move so fast. They're so crazy looking. We do luckily have technically a second base now for Cyantusk. This was base number 3, but it is finished. Taking a look at the units as well, I want to see how many drones he has. He only has 23 drones left. Not ideal. But at the same time, taking a look at what Green Elephant has, he also has literally, for a second, he had 23 probes. So relatively even, all things considered. Both teams are kind of sitting on similar footing. And it looks like HunterOnToss may lose this army finally, but did manage to take out the natural base for the blue. StarCraft 2 Protoss player. Cyantusk with the speedy overlords flying around. I wonder if those were misclicked or if that was intended to be a drop. I'm not entirely sure. The Ultras, though, able to take out what appeared to be base number 3 for... Oh, no, sorry. This is base number 4 for Munte, I think. Base number 3 is right here, and it's relatively well defended. There are a lot of photon cannons, although this ramp is relatively vulnerable. But by the time you get into the main base, you will be dealing with at least 3 photon cannons. I like this, though. The Ultras... I don't know, would I replace this base or would I just decide to expand somewhere else? I think I would replace it, honestly. And it looks like Munte with the Dragoons going for the attack once again, but these Ultras will be able to flank them. And this is not nearly enough for Munte to handle. Oh, no. I mean, to be fair, the choke point's really good. One of the Ultras going down. A second Ultra will likely go down. No, it does survive. All the Dragoons will die. We have a third base here for HunterOnToss, as well as a fourth base coming down for this purple Brood War Protoss player. Oh, wow. Munte able to take out a lot of passing drones. These Ultras, though, these Ultras doing a great job. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie with this hatchery. That is hilarious. And it gave enough time for HunterOnToss to arrive with the Dragoons. The Zealots are running for their lives. They are terrified. Look at them. Look at them. They're like, okay, you know what? We're not getting paid enough for this. Let's go back home to the support of the Archons. And these Archons are really going to turn the tide, I think, potentially at least. For these Ultras, the Ultras will have a lot harder of a time dealing with this many Archons. How many Archons do we have on the field? We have 11 of them. That's insane. Taking a look at the upgrades, it looks like the green Protoss player is at 3 attack, 2 shields. The blue StarCraft 2 Protoss player is at 1 attack, 1 shield, and 1 sky attack as well. We have 2 melee attack for the Zerg player, as well as, I think, 1 Carapace. Am I seeing that? Yep, 1 Carapace. Oh, man, I don't know. All the Ultras going down, getting absolutely walled in by these Archons, and now it looks like Munte able to push out team number 1 from his base number 4. And now it's the Dragoons running away. Now they're terrified. Oh, wait a minute. No, what am I saying? These are Munte's Dragoons. Carry on, ladies and gentlemen. I totally did not say that. My colors are getting mixed up, okay? But it really shouldn't be a problem, because my colors should only really get mixed up between Protoss and Zerg, because they're very similar. I was like, wow, look at the Dragoons running away. Wait a minute. Those are Munte's Dragoons. These Dragoons are on the side of the Archons. Oh, no. It looks like the main base is now in trouble. We have a lot of Void Rays as well for Green Elephant trying to take out base number 3 for the purple Protoss player. I almost said blue Protoss player. Oh, and now it's looking like team number 2 is potentially going to be coming out ahead in this game. Cyantusk only has 1 base left effectively. Once this base goes down, and this base will absolutely go down, all the production for Cyantusk is being destroyed. We only have 1 base now, and all the tech is gone for the green Brood War Zerg player. Munte has spotted this 4th base for HunterOnToss as well, chasing around all these probes. The probes are like, Dad, help me! And HunterOnToss trying to save this base. Will be able to keep it alive, but now we're looking at what is going to be a 2 versus 1 situation in favor for team number 2. A bunch of storms falling on all this stuff. Wow, okay, Munte does have some Dragoons left. He has a lot of Archons left as well. Base number 4 will ultimately go down. And base number 3 under attack by these Void Rays. A mass recall into the main base. That is interesting. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was, but that is okay because I think team number 2 basically has this game in the bag unless HunterOnToss does something incredible. And the final base for Cyantusk is going down. HunterOnToss trying to save all his workers, but all of them will go down to the laser beams of the Archons, or the storm psionic abilities of the Archons. And now the natural base also in jeopardy. This is just evolved into chaos. This entire game has been chaos. Cyantusk has not rebuilt his base. I don't think he has anything left. HunterOnToss throwing out the GG. Cyantusk throwing out the GG, giving the victory to team number 2. What a wild SC Evo Complete game. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.